The most common heart valve disease can now be treated right here in Texoma and without having to undergo open heart surgery.
In tonight's Healthy You, Lauren speaks with the people behind the new heart valve clinic at United Regional that's saving patients time, money, and heartache.
These statistics don't lie.
Once a patient hits that symptomatic state, that mortality is about 50% in 2 years and about 80% in 5 years.
United Regional Heart Valve Clinic Coordinator Rebecca Lindeman is talking about aortic stenosis, the most common valve disease in the book.
Aortic stenosis is a progressive heart disease in which the aortic valve becomes calcified, and then that causes the valve not to open properly. As the disease progresses from mild to moderate to severe, then that calcification also progresses and the opening narrows. That causes the heart not to be able to pump that oxygenated blood from the heart to the rest of the body.
Shortness of breath, fatigue, dizziness, lightheadedness, they're all symptoms of aortic stenosis.
A lot of times these symptoms also get dismissed by this population because they say, well, I'm getting older. So I'm 74 years old, I shouldn't be able to walk the entire golf course. But once they start to see this like progressing, that's when we really need to see what's going on.
If it does become severe, the patient will come into the heart valve clinic for an essentially all-day visit.
We work to have a one-stop shop kind of a method.
First meeting with a nurse to have some assessments done, then comes the imaging and respiratory departments for outstanding diagnostics before a lunch break, and then it's the structural heart team's turn in the afternoon.
Not having to go see the cardiovascular surgeon in their office, not having to see the cardiologist, not having to come in on different days is really beneficial to them.
Some patients, based on risk and age, may have to have open heart surgery to fix the valve. Others may be recommended for the transcatheter aortic valve replacement, new to United Regional.
95% of them are done with femoral access, and you go in through the femoral artery up the aorta, and then you get into the aortic root where that valve is. And then by using a balloon, so the valve is crimped down into that sheath, and then by using a balloon process, it is blown up into place.
Valve replacement made easier by saving a trip to the Metroplex and extra costs that come with it.
If my dad had to have this procedure done, I'd have to take off work. I would have had to go to Dallas for his pre-ops with him. I would have had to be there and take off work for the procedure itself, plus the follow-ups. That doesn't include just taking off work, that maybe getting a hotel, eating out. So lots of additional cost and just time that takes away from family.
With just a few months under its belt, the Heart Valve Clinic, proving its inception, is a lifesaver.
This really is a great resource that United Regional now
What a
has.
wonderful thing here to have locally, and it really might just save a lot of heartache.
For sure. Now, the TAVR procedure requires just a one-night stay in the hospital, and patients typically start rehab within about 3 days.
The alternative is 5 to 6 days in the hospital and a 6-week recovery time.